And welcome back, Herbonauts. This is Mr. Kasarian, and we are once again getting ready for a launch. You can see here, we are currently reconditioning the launch pad, and then we have the Mercury 1, which is standing by for launch. Technology-wise, we're researching basic rockets and stability. So, while that's happening, well, let's look at upgrades. We have no upgrades available. Okay. That's awesome. Okay, nothing in storage, nothing in storage. Launchpad is reconditioning in a day. Alright, that's not too bad. Let's take a look at the astronaut complex. Picked up some new astronauts. Oregon, Hermes, and Helpful Kerman. Yeah. No, Kerman I see that I really like, who are available for pickup. So that is fine. So, fab list. What does that button do? Ew, okay. We're up to that being done. Why do we pop out? Oh, okay. There we go. And we are finished. All right. So, let us go to our VAB storage, Mercury 1, and we can take it out to the launch pad. All right. Jeb, you're not in this flight. Let's let Hermes Kerman go. Seems like a good idea to me. And let's take it out to the launch pad. The launch pad. No, that's just that they're hungry. That was a terrible, terrible joke. And for that, I apologize, except I really don't because, well, you guys should learn to live with it. All right, so for this launch, let's go into IVA mode. And we're going to be flying this using RPM. If I can find my... There we go. Ascent descent mode. We have no satellite visible, which is fine by me. Because we haven't scanned yet. We'll look at our orbital information. And we'll pull this up to general info. All right, sounds good. So without too much to do, SAS is on. Oh. We have our action group systems on the side there. We have our throttle. We do not have an abort button, which worries me just a little bit. Just a little bit of worry there. All right, so without too much ado, SAS is on, and we are go for liftoff. All right. So, yeah. We are doing this purely with our, what's this? I can grab a crew report here. All right, let's grab that. Let's actually put our throttle up to full power there. And we are waiting for... about 5 clicks. Now let's start to push her over. Nice, easy gravity turn. This would not be really doable without RPM, by the way. Raster Prop. Did we just complete a contract? No. Okay, so we need to do 19. It just didn't last quite long enough. Oh, that's too bad. That is too bad. Oh, this is a crappy burn today. Wow. All right. We did not nose over nearly enough. Not nearly enough. And I need to check my fuel tank info. All right, so even though this was frankly a terrible launch, quite terrible, in fact. Why is that Miko light active? Yeah, this is not one of my finer launches, that's for certain. Just looking at our time to Apple apps right here. We should still be able to achieve a decent-sized orbit. And we have orbit music. Yes, stage was destroyed. We are a minute out from our burn. We are well above atmosphere. Let's just bring ourselves down. Yeah, we are well above atmosphere. And we are just waiting now. Honestly, that's basically it. We're just waiting. We are waiting for our apoap's timing number to hit about 15 or so, or for our prograde vector marker to come all the way down onto our nav ball. Either one of those will do the trick. Now, I am going to have to leave. That's one issue. Yeah. All right, we are going to have to leave the cockpit at some point because I have an idea. So, high G warning. We've cut that a little bit on the late side. We don't want to increase our apoaps by too much here. Oh, cut. Oh, hello there. So we're not going to achieve orbit. That is unfortunate. We just don't have enough fuel. Yeah, we do not have enough fuel to achieve an orbit. That is unfortunate. Well, maybe. Let's see, 23 kilometers at 480. All right, well, let's see here. We may still be able to achieve one of our objectives. We have been able to do an orbit. Okay, so now we're dropping out of time warp. All right. Let's flip her over. Like that. And let's take a look outside. Because we're going to prime our chute. Now I'm hoping we can slow down enough into that 880 range when we hit that altitude. So let's time warp. We'll go to max physical acceleration on that because you guys don't need to see this. Hermes seems to be doing quite fine. We'll kill our SAS control just to save on a little bit of power. And we need 2320. We're coming down hard and fast here, aren't we? What I'm hoping is that we actually get slow enough. We're going to slap atmosphere in a couple seconds here. Oh, it's going to be close. It's going to be close. Yeah, we did not make it. Unfortunately. Stage destroyed. Unfortunately. All right, let me meet you guys on the ground, and we'll try another mission. All right, so we're back out on the launch pad with Organ Kerman, and hopefully Organ will be the first one into space. So let's give this a shot, shall we? Oh, our staging's a little bit messed up now, isn't it? There we go. Yeah, there we go. Much better. And we're off. All right, nice and straight. Look at that. We're doing about a little over 4 Gs of acceleration. It's not bad at all. And 5 kilometers, we'll start our turn. Hopefully it'll be nice and smooth this time. Well, I'll start a little bit early, actually. Let's kick out here. Oh, we need to start flipping this over faster. Let's bring some speed down here. Primary stage burnout. Ah, we missed our altitude. Look at that, we actually waited too long. It's gonna be tricky as heck to get done. Okay, we'll kill our throttle there. But it looks like we're going to go to orbit. At some decent speed, too. Alright, so we'll get one mission complete. And add a maneuver. Yoink. $80. Yeah. Close enough for government work. Estimated burn is 43 seconds. So we want to burn at like 21. Okay. I think we have enough delta V to pull this off. I hope so. If not, we're going to have to go back and build another rocket. Which is going to be a little awkward. Right on that node. I'm watching my fuel consumption like a hawk right now. Looks like we should be good, and with enough left over for a deorbit burn. Whoa, we just went and got it to orbit. 7786, not bad. We're now in orbit. Contract complete. 30 science. Nice. Congratulations, Organ Kerman. You are the first Kerbal to orbit the planet. So, let's nose her around. We're not going to spend too much time up here. We don't have any more science to do. And we're just going to bring our apoaps into the atmosphere just a little bit. I want us to be about, let's say there. Looks good? Looks good to me. Now let's use that time warp. Nope, we missed it. Hold on. By experiment, please. Now if we hit another... Oh, there we go. All right, what do we have here? We have an EVA report available. Let's do an EVA report. Keep the data. Store the experiments. Oh, gosh. Keep the data. Store the experiments. Nope. All right, let's get us back onto our retro. And let's lock us in there. We can turn off SAS. Let it stabilize there. Yeah, stage destroyed. I want to lock you in place. There we go. So 23,200, 480. Oh boy. All right, let's get some time Excel. Actually, let's order our chute popped now. Let's go into physical time Excel. Now, if we have to make another pass, and I really don't think we need to, 22 clicks should be enough to have a stick when we re-enter. I hope. I really, really hope it'll be enough to get us to stick on re-entry. If it isn't, I need to seriously reconsider what I think of, how atmospheric management actually works. So, we are now starting to re-enter. I'm going to put us like this so that we're actually vaguely facing the target. There we go. And we're starting to pick up speed as we re-enter. But that should stop once we actually get into the effective part of the atmosphere. I hope. There's a big I hope in there. And we'll actually that we're coming in shallow enough that we'll decelerate enough. Ooh, look, moon. Mud. That will decelerate enough that we can actually pull this separation off successfully without having too much of an issue. Also, why I was manually deploying my parachute a little earlier than I usually would. I'd usually just deploy the parachute with staging, but I want to save this decoupler until we actually hit atmosphere. All right, so we need to look for 23, right? Well, we're going to smack atmosphere pretty hard when we do this. Yeah, we're starting to get shock heating. So let's kick this back down. We're decelerating. Let's increase our deceleration a little bit. We need to be going below 880. Actually, we've slowed ourselves down enough that... So let's see, at about 24, let's burn off the rest of this fuel. And we're out of fuel. We have chute deployment. Now we need to do this about 1900, right? Come on. Come on. No, we're not going to manage it. Yeah, we couldn't get our speed low enough there. Ah, it's too bad. All right, so we'll have to do it. Crew report. Oh, okay. So let's just lose this extra stage. Boof. There we go. I'm sorry if that was a little bit loud. I don't think an EVA port would be exactly advisable there, computer. I really don't think it would be a good idea. We could have probably tweaked this up. Tweaked that altitude and minimum pressure up or down. I'm just... Yeah, I think we're going to have more luck doing it on the ascent than the descent. Stage destroyed, stage destroyed. Yeah, that's fine. All right, let's go back into physics warp. However, we do have a successful mission. We have, in fact, managed to get ourselves into orbit. We had a stable, successful orbit around the planet Kerbal. I always get worried when it does this because I don't trust safe shoot. Well, let me rephrase that. I trust safe shoot. I just have bad experiences. So we're gonna plop ourselves down here on the pad with a nice little kerthunk. See, we have a kerthunk. Kerthunk. And we can do an EVA report. EVA report. Thank you. We can store the data. We can drop off this thing. We can get a surface sample and an EVA report. And we can grab and we can board. So that we get some more science. Because as always, science is the most important thing. Now, what did we get? Well, first orbit, fast orbit ribbon. First Kerbal orbit. Dangerous EVA, Kerbal EVA. High speed ribbon. G-force ribbon, and a surface EVA ribbon. We got 38.5 science. Right. In addition to the science we picked up from successfully running this entire thing. So we got... I can't see it now, can I? But we're doing pretty well on the reputation and on the science points. Now, the problem is that I have to wait. I have to wait for science, which... Yeah, let's just do instant tech unlock because... Otherwise, it's just going to be silly. And it's going to take bloody forever to do anything. So then we're going to go up to electrics. These are fairings. Ah, and then I get my universal fairings. Ooh, the Staputnik. That's your first probe. We get the Attachatron docking ports, which are pretty useful. Radial decouplers. Or we can go into the realm of advanced rocketry. Or we get a little bit more science, and we can get some cool new science tech. Ooh, a fuel cell. It uses H and O. Oh, that's universal storage. Ooh, interesting. Interesting indeed. Okay. I kind of want to go over here then, because that'll let me do some really cool stuff. We have mystery goo containment, radial storage oxygen tank. Alright. So let's look at what we can put together here, because we have a lot of cool stuff. Ooh, early mech jeb. Early mech jeb. Or do I want decisions, decisions, decisions? Alright. Alright. So this is all the stuff that I really, really... Yeah, this is the problem early game. I'm just like, I want everything. I want everything. Well, let's start looking at a new rocket, because I want that. I want that, I want it, I want it, I want it, I want it. I can't carry that much spare oxygen, though. That's the problem. How am I going to get the fuel for that? Okay. Let's start working on a new rocket. Let us start with a new rocket. Alright, so we have the Mercury 1. That's nice. Mercury A-1. Refined launcher. Alright, save that. Now, what do I have? Radials. Okay, so let's just take that entire thing and chuck it out the window. Alright. We have photovoltaics. We have airbags. US quad core. Oh, it's a manual decoupler. Okay. Okay, that's universal storage. So, let's build a basic launcher, shall we? Whole bunch of new propulsion parts. So the first thing we're going to need is some sort of a... That's still flipping experimental because we haven't managed that one yet. So we need life support, right? Let's get a general life support can. We don't have any of that yet. Life support waste. Waste container. Alright, there we go. And then, if we go to utility again, should see our quad core. That thing is tiny. Alright, so that's my science bay. I'll put another one on right there, right? And then we want... Ooh, we have the altimetry sensor. Okay. We don't have the goo cans yet. We have the Vanguard emergency parachute box, which is nice. Huh. Well, let's exit here. And let's see what contracts we can pick up for the next mission. Because I want to be a little more contract focused. Okay. Orbital survey of the Mun. I need to... I don't have magnetometer, and I don't have materials data. I don't have either of these two. Interesting. Science data. Recover, so we'll take that. LV-909 landed at Kerbal. Yeah, okay, we'll take that. Radial decoupler landed at Kerbal. Yeah, we'll take that. That's a pretty interesting range right there. And that's going to require a special vehicle. Alright. Let's just double check we have active. 5 years. A year. A year. Okay. So we have a lot of stuff we can do. That's fine. Well, we're going to need to test some things anyways, so close that window. Let's go back to our rocket designs, shall we? Okay. So we have our mystery goo. We have science bay, right? I really don't have radial mystery goo yet. Apparently not. All right. So we'll just plug this full of science bays. There we go. Actually, let's... No, that's fine there. Okay, then... propulsion, right? Oh my gosh, this thing is huge. Absolutely enormous. I'd rather like to use a Vesta for this, but you know what? We can just use a Vesta for right now. So put a Vesta VR1 on the stupid thing, right? And then structural. We'll go with a stack decoupler. Propulsion again. We'll do that with another Vesta underneath it. All right. And then another stack decoupler. Propulsion. We'll put a Wildcat 5 underneath that. Okay. just for the sake of actually testing something, put 2 of those on there. All right. Now aerodynamic, we'll put 4 winglets on. Okay, that should be good. Unfortunately, it means we're going to have to do this in the next episode. I suppose we can just do a quick little simulation. Well, we'll do that. Let's do a quick sim. Just to see how this thing flies. It's elongated, it's stretched, and it has a bigger staging on it. So, SAS on. A little slow off the pad. Yeah, she lifts. She lifts, she lifts, she lifts. Awesome. Let's see if she flips over. It's always an important question. We should be able to get this no problem. And then this one, no problem. 91,000. Yeah, no issue there. Gosh, she wants to fly straight as a bloody arrow. I literally have my stick thrown all the way over right now. Oh, because we don't have any thrust vectoring on this thing. There we go. Now let's see what this profile, if she actually flies right. Or if we get positive speed. Alright, so we lose a little bit of speed there. That's fine. This engine is so efficient anyways, I don't think it really matters. So she's a little underpowered. She likes to hang. Well, the other problem with this booster apparently is it doesn't like to go up. I'm looking for Apple apps anyways. Oh. A little shallow on this launch. So I'll have to refine this design a little bit off camera, but shouldn't be too bad. Yeah, she doesn't want to do what she wants. She wants to do what she wants to do. Yeah, alright. So we'll probably have to swap that out for a Wildcat. Yeah, we'll swap that for a Wildcat. Alright guys, anyways, this has been Mr. Kassarian. I want to thank you guys for watching. Hopefully next time we can get a little bit more done. But until that point, I want to thank you for watching. Happy flying, guys.